Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. A very short break. I do apologize. I mean, I guess I shouldn't apologize. Always good thing to just jump into more matches, but the previous game just ended. The previous game did just end. Oh, and sorry, I'll just have to fix this up. There we go. And we are tied up 1-1. Classic and Cure, they're tied up 1-1, and we have found ourselves in the ace match, the final game of this series. Let's go. Let's find out who will be the first finalist of this tournament. As spawning in the top right-hand corner of Tokamak, we have the South Korean Terran player. We have the blue Terran representing Team Liquid. It is Cure. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the red Protoss player. The red Protoss himself representing Team Virtus Pro. It is a Classic. Go. So we are jumping into our TvP. Alright, going to be jumping in. And, oh right, sorry, I think you're in the chat. You know what time it is Gamma time. Predictions are open, place your bets on who you think will claim this one game, this singular game here in this series. This could go either way, of course. And if you were in the chat, if you were watching on Indie or on Rex's stream, then I would suggest, so I would ask to let us know what happened. What happened in game 1, what happened in game 2. Unfortunately, we are not quite aware. We were not a part of that. We were in our own matches, of course, but if you happen to be multi-twitching it up, then it would be nice to know. It would be nice to know. Otherwise, we're settling in. Now, when it comes to Classic style of PvT, I do bring this up quite often, but Classic, he is one that does thrive in the late game. Now, I'm not saying he plays for the late game, but if he does take a lead, if he takes a lead early on, if he gains map control, Classic is the kind of player that immediately throws down a fleet beacon. If he sees the opportunity, if he gets up to a 4th base, if the game slows down, he will take up into Sky Toss and embrace that late game composition if he sees an opportunity to do so. That is where Classic does thrive. Likewise, not like he's the most passive player, not at all. He can be very aggressive, he can be very in your face. That's what's dangerous about Classic, is that he can turn that aggression up quite quickly, quite suddenly. We'll see how Cure compares. Now, Cure, he's one of the many Terran players that has been embracing mech, so I wouldn't be surprised if mech did occur previously in the series. As we do have an economic opener, a Rax expand, delayed second gas, makes sense here on Tokamak. But this wouldn't be a bad map for mech, so mech is going to be in the back of my mind. There are certain maps here, like Maganatha, like Tokamak, where mech is a little bit more prevalent. So we'll keep an eye on the build of choice. Not saying that Cure has to play mech, not by any means. He can play bio, of course. And so now setting up for the 1-1-1. Now, if we see a 3rd CC here, thankfully we don't, 1-1-1. If we saw a fast 3rd CC, that would be indicative of mech. So we'll see if Cure does end up throwing down a CC after the starport. If he throws in extra Raxes, of course, then, bio setup. Speaking of, there it is, extra Raxes. So we do have a 3-1-1 setup here. It's going to be bio play out of Cure. And we'll see if we go for the add-on slot. We'll see how Cure sets up. Oh, my apologies, going for a mine drop. Okay. So Medivac's on the way, setting up for a mine drop. Back at home, we do have a safe opener at a Classic, going 3-gate blink. 3-gate blink, Robo on 2 bases as well. When it comes to the meta of PvT, Protoss players have been playing safer and safer over the past couple of months. Even going this far, taking gases on 2 bases, and even going for a Templar Archives on 2 bases as well. So we've been seeing later and later 3rd bases from Protoss. We'll see if that's the case here as well. Oh, now he moves out. Okay, does move out, should now be expanding. Mine drop is coming in, a single water mine for Marines. The goal here should be for the mine to save its shot, to zone away the army. Oh, never mind. Water mine does waddle in. Water mine gets targeted, drop into the main base, does rotate around. And does unload. Gets a second probe. So far, 2 probe kills, pulls away. Not bad. Even delays the 3rd base. So it delays the third base, gets 2 probe kills. From here he pulls away. I see in the chat, please win Cure so we don't get a mirror matchup. Oh no, true. Cure for the non-PvP finals. Gibbs. As Classic, he's not rushing into Storm, going into Charge. 2 more gateways. We should soon be seeing our splash damage of choice, either a Bay or a Temple Archives. Both are viable, both have their own place. Sentry goes down. A bit of a misrally there by Classic. He may have tried to queue up a hallucination, but didn't have the NG for a hallucination instead, and the Sentry just ran in. Oh no. That's actually a brutal loss, as that will impact scouting. Classic can go straight for the main. Ooh, does blink in. Army's out of position. And do we go for the add-ons? They're going for the reactors. Thankfully, Stim is safe. Imagine if Stim was here. Reactor goes down. Meanwhile, across the map, 4 probe kills. Landed Viking Harass. Okay. Rogue's going down. And Curie commits. Behind this Cure, he does have Stim that's about to finish. +1 is on the horizon. Third CC is going to be thrown down, so Cure, he's not all in. Move got spotted. Scan into the natural. Tanks are sieging. As he does blink away. Clutch blink out of Classic. Does pull back. Ooh, Metavector expose. And once again, he just going for the main base for a second time. Does go for the blink, going for the reactor. Okay, this time won't get the reactor. Thankfully. Still trades well. We'll lose 1. Stalker will lose 2. Uh-oh. And choose 3 Stalkers go down. They blink out of Classic at the same time. Those Zealots, they bust into the natural. Force field on the ramp. Killing the CC. Wow, the third CC is denied. Ay. Brutal force field. Cure completely out of position. Not like this, Pappy, not like this. And this doesn't kill Cure, but it does cripple him. Again, he had a third base halfway done. Denies the third. Takes momentum away from Cure. And Classic just chilling. From here, he's just chilling back at home. We can now get a 4th Nexus. I'm sure Classic was hoping for a little bit more, maybe a denial of +1. Maybe sniping the eBay. Always fun that Protoss can be the aggressor while having a third. I mean, the Protoss player should be up at base compared to the Terran to be equivalent with the Terran. If the Protoss is ever equal on bases, then the Protoss is behind. Just as a heads up. As from here, Cure again, he still does not have his third base. Classic now getting his 4th, maintaining his lead. As again, the third base should already be down by now if it wasn't cancelled earlier. And Storm is ready. Storm is ready. Nice spread, nice pre-spread out of Classic. Sorry, out of Cure. Is pre-spread. Landing his third base. Ghoster on the way. LiuLi has spoken. LiuLi says a lot of things. Nice storm drop. So far the storms are solid. There's an away Cure. And again, it's all about containing, right? All about containing the Terran player while Classic gets up to 4 base saturation and switching out of Storm into double Colossus production. Cure, he does have a high ghost count, that is true, but he's not quite ready for the Colossus. Vikings are non-existent. Not for the time being. We have 2 Vikings so far, and Cure, I believe he's not fully aware of the switch into Mass Colossus. Naturally should be working towards Vikings, but it hasn't been until yet. There hasn't been that revelation. So Classic pulls away. Again, there's no need for Classic to break the 3rd. It's all about denying the 4th, right? Deny the 4th base for as long as possible. From here, we do have a big lull. Classic's being a little more passive here, is taking more bases to be sure, but Cure, he's going to be able to max out himself. I'm still a little bit concerned about the, now he's getting into Vikings. We have +1 ship weapons on the way. From here, Cure, he can take his 4th base. He can start to work towards his fusion core into Liberators. There we go, 4th base is now being taken. And we'll see if Classic throws down a Fleet Beacon. We'll see if we take into Skytoss, as both armies are maxed out. Now, bearing in mind that Classic does have the base lead, so you can trade inefficiently, can reinforce, and it's going to be on Classic to trade. He has to trade. He cannot just allow Cure to amass up a bank. Storm Drill coming in. Nice EP. Ooh, 1 storm does land. Just the 1. Prism goes down. Prism goes down. More storm. Oh god, he does move into the storms. It does move in. But alas, we're still holding on to a couple of storms. Once again, zoning away. Oof. Storms do punish. And that's going to be 17 dead SCVs. 17 workers go down. That is worth it. Classic, he maintains his Colossus count. Still 4 Colossus. Getting a 5th. 5th Colossus on the way. And this is all that Classic has to do. Just go in, just trade. Take down the middle of the ghost. No! The ghosts are exposed. That was what, 3 ghosts going down? Ay, ay, ay. The ghosts were clumped up. Yeah, some brutal losses for Cure. Take to clump up those ghosts. Is that right? Oh, sorry. I just assumed this is that wrong way. I'm gonna be main dining over. Cure does run away. Takes down his first 2 Colossus, not bad. Oh, the storms are still brutal though. There's 1 storm left. Resets a Colossus count. Classic still has a gateway army. He will chase, takes down all the Vikings, and GG gets called. GG gets called. Cure, he is broken, and Classic will claim the series 2-1, advancing on to the grand finals. GG. Oh, I just realized that the in-game overlay was incorrect. Oh god. my apologies. This is not Tuna Cup. My apologies. Sorry, it was a little bit haphazard getting everything ready. There we go. We'll fix it up. With that, GG well played. With that, congratulations. Classic, he will claim the series. He will advance on to the grand finals. And we spoke about it at the start of the broadcast. Could anyone stop Classic and MaxX from facing off in the finals? I mean, so far, Cure did fail to stop that from happening. Classic has made it to the finals, but we'll see if he does indeed face off against MaxX or if Creator can stop him. Let's go. As we're heading on over here into the next round.